Ever found yourself standing in a bustling market in a foreign country, a beautiful handcrafted item in your hand, only to realize you're not entirely sure if your trusty Canadian bank card will work? Or worse, will it bleed you dry with hidden fees? Yeah, me too. Specifically, let's talk about EQ Bank. You've probably seen the ads, heard the buzz about high-interest savings and no monthly fees, but what about when you step outside Canada's borders? Can you actually use your EQ Bank card internationally? It's a question that's surprisingly common, and for good reason. We live in a globalized world. Travel, whether for leisure or business, is more accessible than ever. And when you're out there exploring, the last thing you want to worry about is whether your money is accessible and, more importantly, affordable. Think about it. You've meticulously planned your trip, booked your flights, and researched the best local eateries. You've even packed the perfect travel outfit. But amidst all that planning, did you pause to consider the international capabilities of your everyday banking tools? Did you consider the exchange rates, the potential ATM fees, and the dreaded foreign transaction fees that can quickly add up and turn a dream vacation into a financial headache? That's where EQ Bank comes in. They've disrupted the Canadian banking landscape with their focus on simplicity and transparency. But when it comes to international usage, the picture gets a little more nuanced. It's not as straightforward as just saying yes or no. So, let's dive into the details. First things first, EQ Bank primarily offers a Savings Plus account, which comes with a linked EQ Bank card. This card is a prepaid MasterCard, which is crucial to understanding its international functionality. Unlike a traditional credit card or debit card linked directly to your checking account, a prepaid card requires you to load funds onto it beforehand. This prepaid nature has both advantages and disadvantages when it comes to international use. On the plus side, it acts as a built-in budgeting tool. You can load only the amount you intend to spend, minimizing the risk of overspending or fraud. It also means you're not directly exposing your main savings account to potential risks. However, the key question remains, can you actually use it outside Canada? The answer is yes, with some important caveats. Because it's a MasterCard, it's accepted at millions of merchant locations worldwide that accept MasterCard. This means you can use it for point-of-sale transactions at restaurants, shops, hotels, and online, just like you would in Canada. But here's where things get interesting. The crucial factor is the currency. EQ Bank cards are denominated in Canadian dollars. So, when you use your card in a foreign currency, your transaction will be subject to a currency conversion. This conversion happens at the MasterCard exchange rate, which is generally quite competitive. However, it's essential to understand that exchange rates fluctuate constantly. The rate applied to your transaction will be the rate in effect at the time the transaction is processed, which may differ slightly from the rate you see online. Now, let's talk about fees. This is where many Canadians get tripped up when using their bank cards abroad. EQ Bank, to their credit, is quite transparent about their fee structure. They don't charge foreign transaction fees on purchases made with your EQ Bank card. This is a significant advantage compared to many traditional banks and even some credit card issuers, who often levy a 2.5% or even higher foreign transaction fee. However, while EQ Bank doesn't charge a foreign transaction fee, you may still encounter fees from other parties. For example, if you use your EQ Bank card at an international ATM to withdraw cash, you might be charged a fee by the ATM operator. These fees can vary significantly depending on the ATM and the country you're in. It's also worth noting that some merchants or payment processors may apply their own conversion fees or markups. This is beyond EQ Bank's control and is something you should be aware of when using any payment method abroad. So, how can you minimize these potential fees? First, do your research. Before you travel, check the MasterCard exchange rate and compare it to other options. Consider loading your card with a bit of extra funds to account for potential fluctuations. Second, be mindful of ATM usage. If possible, use ATMs that are part of a global network and check for any posted fees before completing your transaction. Consider withdrawing larger sums of cash less frequently to minimize the number of ATM transactions. Third, when making purchases, always choose to pay in the local currency. This will ensure that MasterCard handles the currency conversion and you avoid any potentially unfavorable conversion rates offered by the merchant. Now, let's address a common question. What about online purchases from foreign websites? The same principles apply. Because your EQ bank card is a MasterCard, it can be used for online purchases at merchants that accept MasterCard, regardless of their location. However, again, keep in mind that currency conversion will apply. Another important consideration is security. When traveling, it's crucial to protect your financial information. Before you leave, notify EQ Bank of your travel plans. This will help them monitor your account for any suspicious activity. You should also take precautions to protect your card and PIN, just as you would at home. Consider using the EQ Bank app to monitor your transactions and account balance. This will allow you to quickly identify any unauthorized activity. And remember, if you lose your card or suspect fraud, contact EQ Bank immediately. One thing to keep in mind is that while EQ Bank is great for many users, it's not a full-service bank in the traditional sense. They don't offer services like foreign currency exchange or wire transfers. If you anticipate needing these services, you may need to consider using a traditional bank or a specialized foreign exchange provider in addition to your EQ Bank card. So, to summarize, can you use your EQ Bank card internationally? Yes, you can. It's accepted at millions of MasterCard merchant locations worldwide. However, it's essential to understand the currency conversion process and be mindful of potential ATM fees and merchant markups. By doing your research and taking precautions, you can minimize these fees and enjoy the convenience of using your EQ Bank card while traveling. In essence, the EQ Bank card is a great companion internationally, as long as you understand its limitations and plan accordingly. It offers a transparent fee structure and the convenience of a prepaid MasterCard, making it a valuable tool for budget-conscious travelers. It's about being informed and prepared. It's about understanding the nuances of international finance so you can focus on what truly matters, enjoying your travel experiences. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.